Anytime someone makes you feel like something about your hair isn't professional or isn't deemed appropriate, especially when it comes naturally out of your head.
How I'm wearing my hair now may be messy to some people, some companies, some businesses, some schools. And I'm just like, this is what grows out of my head. You know, what makes it different from me than, you know, a non-Black person, for my hair to naturally grow out my hair and for me, my head, and for me to wear my...
In professional settings, we are always told to conform to the Eurocentric standard. And their hair is typically longer and straighter. And our hair defies gravity. And it loves to stand up and do its thing from one day to the next. We already, I feel like, dramatize our hair so much in our culture. And it's just because the beauty of it. It's so versatile. And you might want to look like this one day, and the next day you want to look like something totally different. But you have to think of what you look like as far as a preference for your workplace. I think that's like one of the worst feelings I've ever had to deal with.
We were going to do a cute little twisted style with some, the hair color was going to be different. It was going to be like a super, super dark red. Well, she's a teacher, and she's like, let me text my principal and ask if it's okay. She sent the picture. He immediately said no. And I'm just like, but why? I'm like, well, what would he have done if you would have showed up to the school with your hair already did? To tell you to go back home and take it out? Not after you just sat in the chair for hours and paid for it. You know, I thought that was crazy.
I had a lady here today, actually, and she is a counselor, and she has her own business. And she told me she still will straighten her hair for her new clients, for her newer clients. And she said most days she'll go in there with her curly hair. But upon meeting new people, she will still try to change her hair. And it's just like, it's sad when you still feel like, as your own boss, you still feel like there's certain things you shouldn't do upon first impression.
I just had a client actually this past weekend, and she just wanted a simple, very, very, very simple flat twist style. And from the picture, some of the twists were kind of slanted. And she literally told me, she said, can we try not to slant them as much? A little slant is okay, but too much design would be too much for her. It would then become too much and unprofessional.
I even have clients that just, for the weekend, they'll be like, this is just for the weekend because I'm off. Like, they literally have to find themselves on a Saturday and a Sunday and take their hair down before they return to work on Monday. How depressing is that? Like,
or take a vacation. Oh, yes. Now I can get these braids. Now I can wear my natural hair. Like,
and they say those words specifically. Mm-hmm. They say those words specifically. Mm-hmm. Every time I would walk in, and I worked at the hospital. It was I worked with a lot of different people. It was a super diverse group, and it was always a topic. Like, oh my God, Ebony, look at your hair today. Oh my God, look at that bun. And it's just like, it's almost like patronizing, because it's like, thank you, but why does my hair have to always be the conversation? So I definitely feel like it starts with us teaching our youth to embrace who you are. And I feel like a lot of that is going on anyways. Like, that's just something that's taken a life of its own. But I also feel like if we don't start taking stance, like if we don't, and it just can't be one of us. It can't be one person in the workplace to walk in and do that, because that's just too easy for them to, go on out the door one way or another.
I always tell my clients, whether you decide to get a silk press, a relaxer, your natural hair, whatever you want to wear, but I want you to be comfortable wearing what you want to wear, not doing it because, oh, I have to get approval of everybody else. Like, no, it's what you want. This is your hair. You wear it every day. You wake up every day, and you should only be pleasing yourself and making it manageable for you and not anybody else.